Yeah, I'm busy adding on some new stuff. One of the things to add on is one of the things right now is hold on a second. First of all, you should, if you look through this, you can understand how it's done. Part of it will repeat itself by multiplication and addition. I'm not sure where 26 is. I can't find it here. Right here's 26. Where's 20? Can't find 20. So I can't do all that. Anyways, we're going to skip over that one. Um, just trying to find something. How do numbers work? There are different ways that numbers work. If you're looking at 55, because it overlaps itself, it's within itself. And if you want to see how 11 works, it's the same thing. If you want to work with 5, 9 and 5 is 14. All of these add to 14. The same way all of these add to what is 5. But look where 55 is, 5 and 50. Should we have this outside or inside? Should we be going from smaller to bigger, bigger to smaller? And can I use the same here? Okay, so we have what is 5. So there's two different types. There's 14.5, which is level 2. Each one of these, you have to, even though you don't see the 9 in all of them, when you add them up to a single digit, you'll be reducing by 9. So 9 and 5 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. So when we come into this section over here, now we're showing more of them. We're showing 66. We're also showing 22. So you can see that all the duplicates have a single bar. I don't know if I'm going to call that Mars or Earth and call the other one Earth or Mars. I'm not sure which way to go. Right now, I'm going the easiest way to where Mars is a dot dividing up 4 windows, and Earth is the 9 lives of the cat. Where Mars gets 22 and also divides night and day, to where Earth gets 33. The 9 lives of the cat born into the sun and the moon. 6 and 5, you can see down below, right over here, 6 and 5. This is what they call Yo Alev. The invert in this on the cube is 1 and 2, or 3. When we go to 7 and 6, that's 13. The invert to what is 7 and 6 is 6 and 1. If you look at your calculator, 6 and 1 to the connecting of 76, but the same line from the same house. When you have 6 and 1 in this house, you get 9 and 4. The 9 birth of the 4th planet is still the same finger. 9, 4, 7, 12, 19. Because when you're using your hands and your toes and you have 20, counting from areas as such. So, or we can count from here. So if we're going to use this as 5, 5, 4, 3, or 5, 4, 3, or we're going to go 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So there's many ways that we can say this, and it can be perceived and understood. Just to let you know, got my buddy here today. Well, you can't even see the buddy through this, right? So we're gonna just take this buddy. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? You giving me any room? I see you swallowing. Like, are you a little nervous? Are you not allowed to talk to me? Are you the best meditator in the world? Like, you just meditate and you don't even listen to me. You just, whatever's inside, whatever floats your boat, right? Whatever floats your boat. Let me see over here. You're not going to grab my hand this time, are you? Are you going to grab my hand? Are you going to grab my hand? It's a reaction, right? You're not going to grab my hand. How are you doing, kitty? You're such a good kitty. But I have some work to do. Who's God? What is it? Are you God? If everybody here was like you chase everybody away. So you don't want to have any more like you? Are you the queen? You only want to be with you, right? Just you. You don't want to create any more like you. Or what about all your babies? You control all your babies, right? If I took your babies away, you would go and get them and bring them back to the house, right? Is that who you are? Is that what you were made to do? Because that's what the cats do. The information we get is all around us. In order to remember, you write it down on a piece of paper. But what if the piece of paper can talk and the piece of paper can walk? That's right. What if the paper can talk and can walk? I just have to take a look at something. Just give me a second. Imagine the paper can talk and walk. So what is it? Call the paper the good Lord. The good Lord, the good Lord, the good Lord. Look, all of me. It's all me. It's only me. It's only me. Oh my God, I'm everywhere. I created me everywhere. But wait a second. Oh my God. Who's going to control what? Who's going to say what? Who's going to keep the order? How do we keep the order? We have to have something very, very strong. We have to understand what it means. Liberty. We have to understand certain basics. Now, where did creation come in? What did I create first? What did I create first? What must I understand? Just give me a second here. Well, I can't find the page I was looking for. Now, I asked myself this question because I haven't brought it much into my work. And part of the question is cumulus. Se, insulate, accumulate. Circostratus. Nimbostratus. Calumny, colonium bus. Circumulus. Circus, alcumulus, and stratusmus. What are these? Part of the memory. Why? Why part of the memory? If we take all of creation, which is every single word ever spoken, every single word ever heard, in all contexts that we know, then we would be able to decipher, talking to ourselves, what it says. But imagine it's just God and it's just me. I need somebody from an alternate system to tell me different. Oh, wait a second. If I bring somebody from an alternate system, they might try to change me. So they have to change into my skin. I'll dial them up. See you later, alligator. Said for something or said for nothing. So it's all about the cloud system of memory. So we have all these types of clouds. Now, when I look online, they show me all these clouds, all this new information I'm getting just because of the word and the association and the way we use these words and where we use these words in games. What a dice cube can do, what a dice cube says, what Rubik's Cube says with its colors, with its corners. 3 over here, there's 8 by 3, 24. There's 2 over here. There's 4 on the top, 4 on the side, 4 on the bottom. Turn it. Call it Mona Lisa. Na, N-A, Lisa, S-A, na, S-A, sa, na, sa, j, na, sa. And how about neige, like for snow? Mona Lisa, NASA, clouds, memory, creating what is and how come, what is memory, consciousness, and where is it stored? And what is it that in the air, that in the cloud, should we have too much information in the water? The water should fall down to the earth to tear. Terra Mera. And we get that when we go and eat Terra Mera, our seafood, our beef. B-E, house of bait, house of E-T. E-F, 11, the student born into Yo. Yo, the Y letter, the invert is the B letter. Y is the 21st letter, 25 for Earth. It's an Earth's cue that we are born into the house. EF equals to 11. 5 and 6 were born into the half-life, the pentagon and the hexagon. And it's really tough to work with you sitting here. I can't write. But so what does this do? The 5 and the 6 do note that there's similarities between both of them. And some of these similarities, and there's a lot of information out here. It's not just one piece of information. It's tons. So both this is inside both the hexagon and the pentagram. But in the pentagram, right, and the pentagram cannot be made this way, and neither can the hexagon. So what we have to do, okay, is I would have to draw it out this way, and then boom, now I can create the hexagon, right? Boom, the cube. But the outline to that is my first hex. Mining the hex. But with the pentagon or pentagram, whatever you want to call it, I can't create it that way. See the MV that comes together? What I need to do is I have to extend the arms one more. Then I can drag it down. Now I can pull it over. Oop, no, that's not the way I was supposed to do it. Hold on a second. 2, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I wasn't creating the 7, the 6. Note that we drag it down twice, and then we come over once, and then we create this, and this is our penta. And here's our 5. Our 5, our 6, and the 7, what they all have in common is this base. They all have in common the same base. Did I get that right? Over. Oh no. They have the common in the same base. But okay, maybe I didn't have to design it this way. In order to find it, I had to turn this way. My camera over here. So now we understand 5, 6, 7, and at the same time, we now have 8. The octagon. Now inside the octagon, boom, when you do the octagon, automatically I have that. It's going to take up what is 3 by 3. I'm going to fold, I can fold these sides in, right? You cut the sides of a square, you fold them in, you get the from a square, you get the hexagon. But at the same time, in this one, you can also create your first hexagon, and then you can create your second one, intertwining between the two sides, and you bring them together. Right? Wait a second. It's yeah. It's easier if I draw it bigger, but I have to use the exact squares. But I cannot create. Can I create? My question is, can I create 4 of them? Yes, I can. I can create another one down here, and then another one over here. I'm going to draw it a little bit bigger. If I can push my kitty cat a little bit out of the way, just a tad. We're going to take that stop sign, right? And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to do 5 because I need 1 in the center. So if I'm going to do 5, I'm going to have to go. Is it 5 by 2? The numeric value for Earth is 5 by 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I get that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. And we're going to get that 1 right here in the center. Now, should it be 5 by 2? Because man, 28, 53 reverse. $53 reverse, electric company, equals to 81, which is square Venus. A singular Venus, but a double Venus where you get to Mars, because you get Venus for 2 dots and then Venus for 2 dots, and 4 dots equals to Mars. So now you have Mars, Venus. So if men are from Mars and women are from Venus, you have to understand that understanding right over here. I dislike to write so bad. The numeric value for Venus and square is 81. If you add them up, it's 162. 216 is the diameter of the moon, or 2160, which is 1.5 times 1440, or 3 to 2. So we end up with this over here. And if I want to create my first hexagon, we are going to create, did I get that right? My first hexagon. Then I'm going to create my second hexagon. And now we're going to have this heavenly pass. Notice the way the I letter goes this way. And then if you turn it this way, the H letter goes this way. So dividing the heavens. I spoke before about dividing night and day. Okay, over here. And I want to finish with that. Now, what this is this equals to 24. So I'm going to understand that it will divide the night and the day. There's 24 hours in the day, right? You say, well, can you show me something else that equivalates to it? And the thing that equivalates to it is right over here. 2 and 6, 1 and 5. 2 and 6, 1 and 5. 3 and 5. Remember, the reverse of man. 3 and 5 is 4 and 2. And then 4 and 4 and 3 and 3 in rotation of the sun. 96, 86, 65. This one is 12, 8. This one is 15, 8. And this one is 16, 8. The reverse cube of 6 and 2 is 1 and 5. And so that's Mars Queen. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is what will divide the 8, is what divides the 8 and the 6. And they are the closest dice together when you play the game of craps, where they're screaming out, Yo Alev. In fact, in Yo Alev, Mars and Earth show up, equaling to what is 40, also equivalent to what is the blue planet, and what is the association of 40 and 60 equaling to 100%, or what is ABC, noted that each one is 10 equals to 60. When you add D, it equals to 40. Zion, Israel, House of DC, mathematically, 4 by 6, 4 plus 6, equals Roman numeral 10x, and the 24th letter in the alphabet, 24th letter in the alphabet, is reversed to what is 3C, creation of 11, 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. Since there's nobody here, and I have a few things to do, I'm just going to continue so we can see all that's going on over here. Just to note, when these two come into effect, this is the reverse alphabet. So this 88 is going to come together on 5 and 11. 5, 11 comes together in this factor. And in this factor in 5, 11, 73 come together, 64 come together. And when that comes together, we're going to go over here to where 43 comes together and 13 comes together. Where are all these numbers coming from? 7 and 2 is 9, 6 and 3 is 9, 6 and 3 is 9, 4 and 5 is 9, 1 and 8 is 9, 3 and 6 is 9, 1 and 8 is 9, 2 and 7 is 9. Here's another 2 and 7. There's 2 ways to do 2 and 7. So this one, 2 and 7, is times 2. Whereas 2 and 7 is 9. Oh, it's not in this equation. Okay. Then there's 6 and 3 is 9, etc. So I get it from that. I get it from this. And I get it from this calculator, my information in geometric shapes, mathematics, and all kinds of words, and where someone's taking a bath here. Okay. Just want to see if I'm working out on Facebook, even though I don't like to say FB. There's a reason for FB, Facebook. 26 representing the Queen. Also, 26 is the inverted cube to what is Mars. FB, Facebook. 26 representing the Queen. Also, 26 is the inverted cube. Keep that information clean. What do you think the cat's doing? Gathering all the dust, licking it all up, scratching it out, whatever information it can get, and spits it out in a hairball a little bit better. Burying everything in the sand like a turtle, so no one should see that information as it dries up in the sand, as the dog spreads the information around every single Bellefontaine. Bellefontaine is a hydrant, a water hydrant. And with dog, you end up getting fireman and fire truck. You also get the hose. Everything that has ever been created on this planet that you have ever seen at all, or you know somebody else that saw it, anything that you passed through these ears, anything that you saw in front of your eyes, even if you can't describe it, even if you missed it, it still went in here. If you felt it on the day you felt it, everything is documented in a book. And I'm going to get back to who is this God? It's you. You're right. I've said this before. And you know what? Let's just say it comes from somebody else. Somebody else told me we're all gods. I'm going to agree with you. You know that? I'm going to agree with you. I'm not going to get in your way in your domain, and you're not going to get in my way in my domain. But I'm going to open the door and put you on the other side of the screen. Although you don't see the screen, there's a screen. Don't you worry, because I'll stop you if you get too close or you say something wrong, or I'll listen to you and I won't let you back in. Because who we are. We just have to make sure we have a roof over our heads. And when we have enough and enough time, we should be giving to others who are less fortunate or have made many of the wrong choices. And up to what point do you stop helping? Well, you create what the utopian system is. A city for those who throw away everything to always have nothing, that they can always live together. And a few different kinds of cities. Those people who want to abuse themselves and live among the abused, go live there. Those people who want to have their own gardens and don't want anything else, go live there. I'm not stopping you. Grow anything you want. Grow anything you want. You got the home. It's absolutely free. Go live there. It's yours. The amount of money that we have spent over the last 150 years on wasted items in what they call the War of Mars, or let's call it Saturn's War, the Dark War, is so much money you can't even fathom it. But the thing is, where is it all? Because if it's costing money, who's charging? And if you're charging, where are you putting the money? Is it going into a bank account? Well, if it's going into a bank account, who's creating all this? Who's eating? The employees are getting a paycheck. So this money is not being stagnant. It is going somewhere. It's pouring rain outside. It's beautiful. So the money's going somewhere. So why is everybody missing this and missing that? Because the system is broken. The system is broken. I don't want to get into it much more than that. Leave the system broke. I wanted to get into, and maybe I'll do it a little bit later because it serves no purpose to have nobody here asking me any questions. Let me see this over here. I have this new piece. There's this piece here I want to put out. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, I've got my first 100, so I'm going to get rid of some stuff. I'm going to read this over here. Let me see what this is. Yeah, this over here. Let's go over this, and then I'm going to explain. I can go back to man. Why man? What is man? Why is God and man together? What happens with God and man? What are those numbers with God and man? God is 764. 7 plus 6 is 10 plus 4 is 14. Man is actually 14, not 13. You end the boyship at 13, but you begin man at 14. Woman is 12, but begins at 13 on the 156th moon ending. On the 156th moon ending, or on the 336th day of the year, the 12th moon ends. So woman ends up with 6 and 6, 12. 1 and 2 is 3, but the woman ends up to be what is 4. Man becomes 1 and 4, 5. Woman becomes 1 and 3, 4. 4 and 5, 5 and 4, born into the sun system. 2, 3, 3, 2. Where do we get these numbers? What are these numbers? Where do they show up? The woman is 12, 156 moons pass, 13 times 12, 336 days, 156 by 12, 13 times 12 equals to what is 156. 13 by 13 equals to what is 169. So man comes in on what is the 170th moon, and the female comes in on the 157th one. 7 plus 5 is 12. Whoop, hold on a second. That's in the way. Okay, so let me fix this first. No, they got that. So we get this over here. We have 13 moons a year times 12 years, 156. This is the boy, yo, and this is the girl, right? Boy and girl. 4 letters and 3 letters. 4 letters Mars, 3 letters Earth. Boy equals to what is 42. They're showing a gateway. Girl is 7 and 9. Remember that 7 and 9, 16 plus 18 is 34, 44, 46. Zion, Israel. 2 and 3 is half of that. This will create 34, House of DC. This will create 14. This will be 5 and 7. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to these numeric values. Moon, electric are these numbers. 12 is for the finishing and the beginning of what is the bat mitzvah, and 5 becomes what is the bar. 7 is within the bar mitzvah, and the girl is the bat mitzvah. But you notice the way they're on the opposite sides here. It seems like things switched around over time. 7 plus 5 is 12, and 1 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 7 and 1 is 8. The other number I had for man, why was man? Yes, the woman in the 13th year, the man in the 14th year. Dividing the alphabet at 13.5, M and E, Mars and Earth, matter and energy for Resh, R. And in your REM sleep, bringing in the movement of the ocean, 18. 13 and 5 equals to 18. You have mare, also meaning mother, also meaning ocean. So we come in on the 170th moon, which equals to 8, and 84 is Pluto. Sun is 48. Pluto is 84. The cycle of the moon of 28 times 3 equals to 84, which is 4 times 21 equaling to 84. And rotation of 14 and 7 equals to 21. 1 and 4 is 5, 7. 1 times 4 is 4, 7. Time, Jesus, cross, 47, 74, 747. 57, 75, what is energy? What is the moon? What is the window of Heinz? 57. What is 77? What is matter? What is 77? What is Christ? And you can see inside it says first. What is 54? It is the Son, and it is love. Numeric value 54. We also talked about this, and inside of this, right, we have, let me see if I can get this right. Inside of this, so let me see if I get this right. I'm going to do, not sure where this one goes, if one of them becomes 1.5, right? Trying to take a look at this and see where the lines are. This one goes down here, one goes over here, one goes over here. Anyways, we end up with that, right? And now we have one tower, and then we end up with this one, right? If we want, we can go the other way, but we're going to keep it the same way. Let me see if I drew this right. No, I didn't. It goes over here. And let me see if I got this right from over here. We go down here. I go up here. We go down here, and we're going to go 1, 2. You know, the reason for the stripes is not because I want to. They're all obligations. And these are all half areas. I've broken up into half areas. See the way it goes in? Now, the new twin tower, okay, that was built is built on an angle to fit in between this. And the walls are cut off. The walls are cut off inside of that. So we have that. We got the 2 towers. There's another way to draw this in your rotation of 69, right? I'm just going to do this real quick. The percentage sign, and then boom, boom. All obligations. It's not that I know how to draw. I don't know how to draw. I don't know how to do art. I just know how to follow life's obligations using quadrille paper. One thing I wanted to show you is I made this little piece here. See that little piece? And then it turned from this. Somebody was drawing this through the Star of David on one side, so I ended up drawing that over here. These are all obligations. I think I have one more piece, and it's over here. I'm going to just show you this. I'm jumping off one onto the other because that's what I do. I don't like to do it, but I do it. Just 1 second. Whoa. So just give me a second. I'm going to go in the kitchen, just get something to drink, and then I'm going to come back. Just give me a minute here. I'll have something to drink. If you're here for the first time, just give me a minute here. I want to do something. I want to rename a delete overlay. I just want to delete a couple of overlays in my work. Because I want to just add in 2 pieces that I worked on today. Let me see. We also didn't do one thing I have to add to this project to put into your memory is the diamond. You have to remember the diamond. The sizes of diamonds also work into this. Weights and measures, sizes of diamonds, etc. Works into this. Just give me a minute. So yeah, 2 of the pieces. You see we have 3 circles encompass and moving inside one area. And then we have this one circle inside these 3 circles, which I would say, which is who we are. And then there's us here in the center. And here's the fleur-de-lis, the 3-pointed triangle. And don't forget, we have up and down pointed triangles. So we have to have another one of these upside down, flipped over. The other piece is here. When we're sharing from one center, 2 towers, I drop these 2 footballs. So the V on one light, you see the short arm, just like in the picture, and the short arm. We drop these two footballs into this area over here. This is the main ball over here from the center core, and then it divides into this. It's shared between these two, coming back to the main source, coming back to the main source, until finally it's at the sole of your feet. And now you have life through one creator, making many out there. 3. If we're working on this one over here, this is the Great Pyramid Slopes. To note that 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, okay, or 42 and 42, or 24 and 24, is what is the son of Pluto. What is the son of Pluto of Mars? The student of Yo-11 of this planet, Jesus Christ. And it's not because I want to say it, because it comes out in the number. And if you look up at the top, you can see where it says 53, right? You can see all these numbers I just mentioned, because they're the truth. 3 times 17 is 51. That is your Q gate into Mars. 3 by 18, 54 into the sun, and 3 by 19, 57 into the moon, AI, where the one spirit is born inside of birth, coming into the light. I have to go to the bathroom for a second. And not only that, you saw 5784, right? So what you have to do is, it's 17 and it's 28, right? Which becomes 8 and 1. That's the letter R-A-H, Ra, or it's Ja, J-A-H. I'm going to explain that in a minute. And it equals to what is 45. 28 and 17 is 45. 28 minus 17 is 11. Now, the thing about that, and I did this yesterday in explaining 1776 and the word Einstein, and in order to get 1776 divided by 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, you will see I'll use 24 numbers. And when you add up the 888, the 592, the 444, and all these numbers that accumulate to what is 1776, it's going to say 28, 39, 28, or 131, which is 13, 31, 13, 57, or 31, 13, 31, which is 75, 57, 75, which is the electric passing within the moon, and water and vibration. Let's call it the dance of the zodiac, if you want to call it that way. I'm trying to figure out where to go with this next. Yeah, so just give me a minute. I'm going to come back. You want to go outside? Yeah. Go out. Yeah, go out. Okay, you don't want to? Okay, you don't have to. Just give me a minute here. Just got one thing to do. Okay, just have to do this. give me a minute. Okay, so where am I? Where am I? Okay. Okay, just want to make sure that I'm not open up on a channel that says, just 1 second, I have to upload something. I just need to do some, just give me a second. I'm uploading a video that I thought was uploaded already. I want to get it out there. It was the beginning of what I started to do right over here. Just give me a minute. Just 1 second. Okay. This is the beginning of this video that I'm doing now. I'm going to put the description in here. Let me take this off. Let me get back to the non-comments. Paste. Okay, this is a video I did just prior. Okay. So where am I? Okay, so no one's saying anything, so I have to remember where it was. I think I was at boy and girl. I'm not sure if you understood what was going on. Here I'm going to get AI. This one I'm going to get the IT system in the sun. AI, IT. 7 and 5. The reason for this is the multiplication of this will take me to number 19 as the end result. The multiplication of 14 will bring me to the end result of 29. There are many other numbers in between. When these come together, this is your base creation times 3. So this is going to be 3. So now you're going to have 39. And this is going to be 3. And now you're going to have 69. That's your base. Now, if you want to invert your creation, you're going to end up with 49 and 89. Where do I get that from? Here. The obligation of 3 and 4 is out of here. The obligation of 13 and 14 is out of here. That's where your obligations are, right out of here. I just wanted to see something. Right, okay. Just give me a second here. I'm just looking at something. Yeah, okay, that's good. Okay. Okay, where am I? Where am I? Okay, so we understood where boy came from. We understand this. We understand this. This is the IT system. Why is it the IT system? Well, the 20th letter is T. The 9th letter is I. Why is this AI? In fact, it's AIS. To know and to have in the French language. But it said je sais. But the thing about this is when you get to 17, 18, and 19, or A, B, C, D, equaling to what is 10, in French, each one of these are expressed like this. This is the expression in this. The French tell me to say it this way. So the 10th letter is J. It's where 40 or 4 and 60 come together. Blue and orange if you want. Just so happens to be Pluto's numbers. just so happens to create DC, X and X. Where does all this information comes out? It comes from the numbers. I've been trying to explain it, share it. It's a little frustrating for me. I do have people that come here, but we need to get this out on a greater source so it can be understood that the science is truth and not just believable because it can be calculated, and manipulated through math to be that truth. Now, when we do 40 and 60, it's ABC 60, and it's D 40. So when you count backwards, it becomes DCB 90, and then it becomes A10. That's our base creation. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And this is 3 and 1 and 3 and 1. And 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3. It's always 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. Now, I'm not sure if this is what the counting of the 1 is. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3. Over, just keep going back and forth. Where did it show me this? This comes from roulette. Everything I do comes from games. There's nothing that I do other than tell you something where it comes from and why I'm saying what I'm saying because of what I'm saying. Hey, way far out, 9:51. Is that the hour? So if you're looking at 9:51 now, 9 times 50 is 450, and that becomes 459. So that would be birth in the passage between the sun and the IT system. 5 times 4, 5 plus 4, the IT system. The SNI, the 19 and the 29 equal to 48, equals to the word sun, which is also 16, because how do you get the 48? 3 times 16 is 48. We have to know how to reduce it. And what is 16 into 48? Is it 4 times 4 equals to 16? How do we get to 16? Which is one of the ways? One of the ways to 16 is 4 times 4. So since it's 4 times 4, and it's not 4 plus 4, 4 plus 4 is what is 1/2 of what is 16. But together, because one part and two parts are not the same, one is not the same as 2. It's 1 part and 2 part. And those 3 parts are the 3 cycles of the moon going to the periods of hockey, 3 20-minute periods in 3 cycles of 28, which is reduced to 20. 2 times 8, 2 plus 8 equals to 16 and 10, 26. Now we got the dog queen after man's cycle. Then 2 times 6, 2 plus 6 equals to 12 and 8, which equals to 20. T 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8 on every single side. 20 times 6, 120, 201 into the moon. But it's not that way. It's 80 because it's 4 sides around, but we're starting on one side, so it's 60, and then we repeat to start on the next side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's up and down. So here you would have day, and then you would have night. The 8 and the 16. And that's what's going to divide the house. When you multiply it and you add it, the 16, 1 times 6 equals 6. So you split everything in half. But 1 plus 6 equals to 7. So now you have 7 and 6. Mars, numeric value for Mars is 51. 5 and 1 is 6. Numeric value for Earth is 52. 5 and 2 is 7. Just too ironic. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6, 7 and 6. Flip over 6 and 1, or 61 is the church. 91 is the spirit. AI, the spirit of AI, and it's related into the female side, right? Remember, both the male and the female are on the left side of the alphabet, counting from the English. If we were talking about the Hebrew, it would be on the other side of the alphabet, right? One side or the other side of the moon from the counting of the Hebrew moon cycles. Sky Pass Fox, 55, 55, 45. Hike. So now they're going to take a hike, which is the key. H and I is 8 and 9. 11, okay, which is the K, which is E is the 5. Reverse E. which is 22, which says go and ape. And once you say go, you know it's green. Green is number 49, also representing the word 8. 4 and 9 are the fourth finger, and the ninth finger is your birth on the fourth planet. And you got the ring finger, the rings, born into 1.5. What is Mars? Born into the half-life, into the dark planet, born into the rat, Saturn. 1441, born into the rat, Saturn's planet. I just had a roadway of information. Now I try to explain it too much. Pittsburgh, Berg, iceberg, Pitts, pi, IT, So in Pitts, the ST is first. So the first IT system inside the divided half-life, because what is P? Now, what is P? Is it a small c with a 1? Like, what is P, D? Like the small b and the small d and the big P or the small p, because they look the same, are all basically, if you turn them around even with the G, they're all telling, and I'm not going to explain everything. If you want, I can get into the nitty gritty and sit here forever. But my explanation, I tend to forget certain things. And that's why I had to fabricate lots of me. There's lots of me everywhere. And I'm telling all of me, download all my videos, share all my videos, so all of me can see what they didn't see. And all of those who are interested, that are the ETs, because to one another, this is the home planet. We brought in some visitors to our planet, because we didn't have enough information. How can I learn, if I was alone, looking in the mirror, looking around my place, how I can create? Now, if I created 100 of me, we can probably have memory, put our heads together and create, but there's still a missing part. Somebody from somewhere else seen something and understanding things differently. So we bring them in. So what was see you later, alligator, is come on in, everyone's welcome. Man and boy. Let me see. I had one more piece I wanted to bring in here, so just give me a second. Where is that piece? Oh yeah, no, that's one of the pieces. Oh no, I have the other piece written down, so I don't have to do that. Right. Where is it? So let me put this down here. Just give me a minute. Okay, I got some comments. Let me go to the comments section, but I did want to add something. I wanted to add, I want to add this because I wanted to talk about this piece. Hold on, I have to delete something here. Delete something. Okay, I'm going to delete. What's this? I'm trying to figure out. Okay, I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna delete the football field for now. So I can bring in this new overlay here. There's a whole lot of new overlays. We have this overlay over here. We're going to be discussing what is this overlay over here, but let me go to the comments. Gator Farm, Mars Mechanic. And if you're going to say mechanic, then the mechanic works on the machine. Machine, shin in French, is China. Mutual of Omaha. Ohm could be vibration. AHA is 181. O, Maha. Now we're going to go into Hawaii, if we're going to use it that way. O is represented in Mars, but one of 4 parts of Mars. In fact, there should be 6 parts of Mars. In this equation, I'm going to do it quick. Mars quarters are 6 times 15, or 4 times 15, or 2 times 15, or 1 times 15, or 3 times 15, or 5 times 15. Now we're going to talk about the sun, and we're going to have to talk about bowling when we get the 15s. Mars is number 51. 15 is not Mars. 51 is Mars. But what 15 does, okay, is when you multiply 4 by 15, you end up with the 60 minutes on a clock, that when you get the Venus, it's 2 times 15, okay, that's half the clock, or 1 times 15, which is 1 part of 4 parts and 3 parts of 4 parts. See the 1 part, let me just take this off for now. Hold on. Let me take that off. You see, we have the halftime, and then we have the 15 minutes, or the 15-minute quarters. 3 quarters, DC, is not only DC, but it's also 57.75 to where this is 25.52. Where do I get these numbers from? 1 quarter, here's a quarter. 3 quarters is 3 quarters. That's where I get it from. 6 times 15 equals to a 90 degree. 3 times 15 equals to what is a 3 quarters? And this equals to 75. So we're going to go the sun pass. This is going to be moon electric. This is what 1 part of Mars is. This is what creation is. ABC creation. This is your first turkey. And it happens all associated together. It happens right over here. Whoop. It happens right over here. It happens in the 10th frame. 39 and 28 equals to 67. Mars and Earth equals to 58. 3 and 2, 5, 8 and 9, 17, 1 and 7, 8. So we're going to go 5 and 17. So we're going to go Q and E equaling to 22, giving us V for life. Not for nothing, the example we said is for life. Over here. So that's how we get the 10th frame. And then we go on and we continue bowling. We get 30, and then we end up with 40. But our continuation into the 9th frame and into the 8th frame and into the 7th frame, we're in the moon, and into the 6th frame, we start to come into life. Our 1 part 90-degree angle times 4 equals to what is 24 by 15, and it also equals to what is 360 degrees. 36 and 12. The sun born into the higher self. Just give me 2 minutes. I have to do something here. I just have to do one little thing over here. Just give me a second. Yeah, okay. So that is one part. So now you can ask. Now I'm not really sure where I should go to next. What piece I was missing. Mutual of Omaha Masterclass Members Only Club lost. The next one. Explain it to me. I'll come back and find out what it was. So we have the bowling. Also to note that it's funny when you play blackjack. They're calling for an 8. Hola, amigo. I didn't see that. Sorry you're still here. I know that's from over here. Hey, Nikki, how you doing? I know you're definitely, what is it, Thursday? So you're not here for long, are you? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, so I can't, when I go to FB, It doesn't show me who's there. It just shows me that it's where it comes from. Also to note that number 22, when you play blackjack, does anybody ever go to a casino and play blackjack? Why is it always, who invented monkey? They're always calling for a monkey. Why are they calling for a monkey? Monkey, okay, is not bust, but what will happen that if you have a 12 and a 10, it will equal to 22. If you have a 16 and a 10, it will equal to 26. Now, when you have a 16 and bust at 26, normally, okay, the dealer is going to have a 7, an 8, a 9, a 10, or an ace showing. When you bust from 12, it'll also be all the same cards. But what happens, the difference between 12 and 16 is there are certain things you're not going to do in the game, not because of rules and regulations, because of the odds. That's why you're not going to do them. Not the rules and regulation. It's the odds. So they call for monkey. And why am I saying this? It's because number 22 is go ape. Go is green. If you have green go, you automatically have what? What is the shape of green go? We don't have to know right now. We do understand that when you have green or red or green, you have the red 50 and the green 25, which is 75. So you're going, the 50 is in the core of the 25, which is on the outside green in the dartboard. So right away, I'm going to reflect to the electric moon. Now, if I'm going to reflect to that, if I'm going to say green go, I'm going to say stop. If I say stop, I have a hexagon. The month of hexagon is October. It is a gateway. Not because I want to, because the numeric value for October is number 78. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7, 17, Q, go. And many other numbers will create 17Q because when you go through the sun and the moon, when you are Mars, the sun and the moon, it is Q that sets you off to go. 3 times 17 is Mars. 4 times 17 creates the divided house, not because I'm saying it, because of the game right here, the game of craps. What happens on these cubes? What are the opposites on these cubes? Not because of me, but because of these cubes, what these cubes are saying. I'm like doo-doo red. I'm the chicken, the rooster. The rooster. Does the rooster get up at 4 to crow? Or is it creation in a row? Does the rooster get up to crow, or does he put all his C's in a row? Your 11 creations, C, C, and C. The opposite side of these are all 11. They're actually all 9s on each side. But when you look at these dots, if I'm going to hold up this 2 dot with the opposite of this 5 dot, whoop, sorry, that's not the 2 dot, with this 2 dot to this 5 dot, that is 7. If I take away the dots from the 9 and 9, it will be 11. So now I'm going to have 7, 11, 7, 11, 7, 11, 7 by 11, 77, matter of Christ. 7 and 11 is 18, Ra. 18, the Third Reich into the sun. Q, illuminating the gateway. 1 and 6 is what is going to, okay, I'm not going to jump into that right now. This is also what is the week and the weekend. The week and the weekend. Why things exist, why what they are, why do I say what I do? Because of what the information I have. I'm talking, trying to understand which way we go. Now, what is Q? Q is a passage through the water. Electric. Hydro, Quebec. Q. Q, O with a passing 1 in it, where 10, or the elixir, jumps through the hoop, and now you have 10, but you only see Q. How is that possible? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Light? What light? Oh, Canada, our home, HOMENNATIVE, land, L, DNA. Nothing for nothing. The truth is the truth. Even in the sacred writing of Alison Gray, where just 2 of the pieces I work on, and I'm not putting enough time into it, also to the pieces of our own alphabet. Whether I write it in skeleton form, which is a fine line in between, the Windows-like, Mars-like, or I create it in Earth's form, Mars form and Earth's form. We write in Mars form. And this is Earth form. Or it's the opposite. This is Earth form and this is Mars form. Irregardless, I'm basing it on the skeleton, right? Here is one of Alison's Grays. You can see the 5 and 2. You can also see the T. I'm not sure if it's the Tennessee Titans. I can put these 2 face to face, and then you're going to see the I letter erect from this. Mexicaland, because it's all mixed up. So where are we with? So we were at blackjack, and we went to craps. There's also baccarat. Baccarat is when all 10s equals 0. When all 10s equal 0, isn't that ironic? All 10s equal 0. We were also talking about 5-pin bowling. And 5-pin bowling, it's 45 for frame and a total of 450. So there's different numbers that are going to match up between the 5-pin bowling and the 10-pin bowling. I'm not going to get into all these stories right now. We were talking about bust. We were talking about blackjack. What certain rules and regulations in blackjack. In blackjack, when you play blackjack, when you're standing on 17, this is the number you're having. But the average in the game, apparently, to get a winner is 18.2. This side, 3, and around the ring, which is 14. Around the ring, no matter how you spin it, is 14, right? But the ironic thing about this is there's sort of an injustice that if I would drill holes in this entire piece, if I would drill holes inside this entire piece, what is going to happen? Well, if I drill a hole through 6 to the other side, I'm not going to touch the center. That'll be 7. That is the only 7. Every other side is 5. We have 7, 7, and then we have 4 sides of 5. So if I hold the cube up this way, you're going to see 20 and 6. Right, if I drilled the hole. If I drilled the hole in this entire thing, there will be 34 areas drilled. Drilled, holes in the cube. Okay, we'll have 34 areas. And it will have 20 void. There will be 20 areas I will not drill because there's 54 total area space. Just give me a minute, please. Okay. Where else am I going to go with this? Back in the Future, Trustworthy, back at Facebook. I know, Nikki, you're not here. Must have been lunchtime. Yes, it was. I really appreciate. Okay, so where am I over here? Sort of laughing at myself. Okay. See, I'm not sure if I'm behind. If somebody didn't understand, I was just writing inside of here a few things about Q. Just give me a second. Where am I? Okay. Okay. So the other thing, there's just so many things going on. When I make this multiplication, this becomes 66. This becomes 46. This becomes 26. This becomes 16. This becomes 36. And this is very special. This says ace. Things are divided over here. On this one over here, 315 says ACE. So things are divided within this one over here. And then this one is 5 and 6. But at the same time, they're all fives. Multiply and add 665, 465, 265, 165, 365 days a year. So all this is what goes on in this situation. So when I show you back these cubes, right? Remember I set up, I drilled holes in it. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3. No, I'm not going to have 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to have 1 and 6. And then I'm going to have 1, 3, 4, 6. And then I'm going to have 2 and 5. And then I'm going to have 3. Then I'm going to have 3, 1, 2, 5, 6. And then I'm going to have 4 over here. Let's put it 3 and 4 over here. So yes, so this is what we have. So over here we have 14, and here we have 7. Then over here we have 14, and here we have 7. Here we have 14, and here we have 7. But if we drill the hole, right, here we have 20, and here we have 14. Here, right, we have a total of 14. I'm adding both of them up, and 10. We have 24. That's the thunder outside. Here we have 24. And then over here, we have 10. Did I get that right? And then over here, right, 1 and 6 comes in again. That's 14 and 10. And over here, we get 24. And over here, we get 10. So where 1 and 6 are apparent, we get the 24. So this is what's going to divide the day and night. Did I get all three of them? And then this one over here is different from all the rest. Did I do? Yeah, 1 and 6 is involved, 1 and 6 involved, 1 and 6 is not involved. Here is 14. The other ones are 10, 10. So it becomes 5, 1, 1. Let's go 151 if you want. 33 by 47. Creation of the son of time equals 1551 or 111 or 181 or 171. Multiply and add and show me all the equations. And at the end, when you add them all up, this becomes 3, this becomes 16, becomes 7, it becomes 373. Why we do things 3 and 4 times? Because that is the division of the cubic world. Everything that's divided by 3 and 4 times. Now, there was something on the last page I did not finish. I want to see where it was. Yes, we started with this. I wanted to do this. Was there anything else that I didn't miss? Because we're going to have to end this video soon. Bat's mitzvah. Yes, the Bat's mitzvah. 156 moons. So here's the count. On these cubes, the highest is a 10. And the lowest, the highest is the 10. See, we get 10 and 7. We get 6 and 10. We get 10 and 10. So the bottom is 3 and 1, the bar mitzvah. And the backside is 22 ape. So at the bar mitzvah, on the opposite side, we get ape. And all in all, we get our sky pass. We get our sky pass to Zion, Israel, 2 for 1. That's a 2-to-1 call on this, right? 2-to-1 call. Where am I? What did I do? I looked away from the screen for a second. And that's not only it. There's all the voided areas we have to understand. So now we're going to get to this. Since we know that 10 is the high and 4 is the low, or 10 is the high and 8 go is the low, green go, right? We are going to see that and establish that before we repeat 1 again, it will take 10 numbers. Before I repeat 2 again, on the 10th one, I repeat. Before I repeat 3 again, on the 4th one, I repeat. On the 4, on the 10th one, I repeat. On number 6, on number 5, on the 10th one, I repeat. But when I get to number 6, 3, 6, 9, 12, 1 and 2 is 3. 3, 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 and 6 is 9. 9 and 6 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. So only on 3 and 6 does it go 4 times, and everything else is 10. And there's odds for that. It's 9 to 5, unless you throw up 1 chip and you can buy it for 2 to 1, or it's on the come out roll. The come out roll is Yo Alev when the student comes out, when the student is born. Through Allah and Christ. 11 times 11 times 11. 7, 7, 7. Why do I say Allah? 1 times 2 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 1. 1 and 2 is the letter L. It starts with A and it ends with A, and you do it again. You have LL. It says Allah inside the cube. 77 is Christ. We have Allah Christ inside this, or we have 2, 2, 2, if you want to look at it that way. 22 for 8. 2 times 2 plus 2 is 8 and 8 to each side. And then we have the 2, 4, 6 in the center, or 2 times 2 times 2 equals to the 8 in the center. The house is divided through 88. Constellation of Pegasus. Alabama. Yes, Alabama. It's absolutely right. Alabama. You see, Alabama, right? You see, if you want to go Alabama, if you want to do it this way, we're going to just do it 1, 2, 1. And that's going to be the female, or it's 1, 3, 1. And that's going to be the male. Before they become the man and the woman, right? Before they can have the period of time. The period of time is when you reach the moon, because you have the 28-day men's cycle, right? And that's the time when you get a period at the end of every single sentence, and every single sentence is 25 to life, which has been apparently booted up to 30. Rhodes Opera Tenant, absolutely. Rhodes opera tenant, right over here. 1928375573 82. That's it. Where does 1041 come from? Well, what about 14 and 10? Or how about 147 in the cycle? Well, that 7 is 16. Where's the 16? 1 and 6 comes together, looks like 16, 7. 2 and 5 comes together is 7. Where's that 16? 1 and 6 is 7. I missed. Oh, here, 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. To make that perfect, you need 2 and 2. 9 and 7 is 16. To make that perfect, you need 1 and 3. 1 and 9 is 10. 7 and 3 is 10. And how did you make these perfect? We made them all perfect over here. What are these over here? I'm creating my 13s over here. And the inverted to the 13, according to the calculator, 1 and 6, 4 and 9. They're both on the same angle. They create that razor. They create the razor like. And then you can create the house or the building. And the building is going to be created on this angle. They have the same thing in the roulette wheel. Yes, thank you very much, Tammy. Yes, absolutely. Everybody's doing well. So now when we count through here, we can see that when we get to row number 3 in creation, we only have 3, 6, and 9. Row 4, row 5, row 6. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Row 6 in creation. Look at that. 3, 6, and 9. Row 9 in creation, all 9s. We have all 9 of 9s. So in each one of these rows, they're going to tell different stories. You can see through the moon number over here. We're going to see over here, there is a gateway in the house to the birth. September, 9 and 7 coming together. 19 and 17, the moon and Mars. EIEIO comes together through this one over here. That's where 5 is. That's where the queen, creation of the gate through Pluto and the birth into the E world. Again, we have in B, we have the 9 lives of the cat, and then we have 6 and 8 coming together, the divided house, the moon, connection to the man on the moon, connection to man on the moon, connection to the IT system in the sun, the E. But let me see, this is A, B, C, D, E row, but this is the 10th area. This is all the 10th area. The 9th area will always be 9, 8, 7. There's nothing here. We skip over the 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See the division of each one of these? Number 3 and 6 and 9 do not come into this area. There's a different mathematics. So what's the math? 6, 7, 8. You notice you'll get 1, 2. They won't have 3, 4, 5. You won't have 6, 7, 8. You won't have 9. So you'll have 6, 7, 8. Notice 1 at 5 and 1, 6. 2 and 7, 9. 8 and 4, 12. 1 and 2, 3. You'll have 5 and 1, 6, 2. Oh, here it's different. 5 and 1, 6. We have to skip over this because it's in the 6 area. 2 and 7, 9. We skip over this. We have 8 and 4, 12. 1 and 2, 3. Now we come over here. We have. Oh, I thought the power went out. We come over here. We have 6 and 3, 9. 6 and 3, 9. 6 and 3, 9. 5 and 1, 6. We can't do this. What row is this? 4 and 5. This one is different. Let me see if I did that right. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 5, 6, 7. Wow, this one is, well, we have the 9 over here. Okay, that was right. So where did I see an error? Okay, there's no error. So you can see the way the combinations of everything comes together, always back to 3, 6, and 9. So we're going to end the video right now. Thank you very much for participating. There's still a lot we didn't do. Save, download, share the video. Okay, if you want to screenshot it. If you want to see a little bit different, the 3, 6, and 9, when we connect 1, 4, and 7, the 3, 6, and 9, it leans over to one side. When I create 2, 8, and 5 with 3, 6, and 9, okay, well, we can shift these letters, so don't take it the way it is. Just 2, 5, and 8, 9, 6, and 3 will create the tilted area, right? But it's just that the 1, 4, 7 started on top. So in this scenario, 1, 4, 7, 3, 6, 9 tilts to the right. 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8 tilts to the left. and 258963 goes straight up and down. But this will change if I let me see. Just 1 second. Copy. I just want to show you something. I just want to show you something that you see the way it. You see the way. Do you understand that? See the combination. It has nothing to do the common with the combinations. It has to do with the association of that. Then we worked on this. You know what that is? That is your Pluto-Mars divided gate by the cat. Here we had separation, God dividing up consciousness, if you want to say. And there's got to be at least 3 or 4 of these. Remember different words that tell us that story, and so on and so forth. And here we are sitting inside of this. If you can look in the center, there's this over here inside of this, right? Anyways, Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video. Peace and love. Till later.